Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 629 of our trek, and it is time for our Mindshift Monday series. Wisdom Trek's primary focus is to assist you in creating your living legacy. Creating your living legacy can only be accomplished by gaining wisdom in many areas of life. You can only gain wisdom by changing the negative habits into positive habits. Changing habits is a result of changing the way you think. In other words, to create a living legacy, you must choose to be in continual mode of mind shift, or changing the way you think. It is easy to get stuck in a mindset that your current circumstances cannot be changed. This is not true, but you must understand this fundamental principle. In order to change your life, you must change how you think and what you think about. Our Mindshift Monday podcast and journal will provide you with the practical ways to make a mind shift to a rich and satisfying life. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. I am recording this podcast and journal in advance, as I will have just arrived back from my week in Arizona. I will provide updates on my trip and Hazel's progress on Wednesday. Everyone is busy. We have schedules to follow, goals to achieve, problems to solve, appointments to keep, projects to finish, places to go, kids to love, and deadlines to meet. I get tired just thinking about it. I would say that it is time for all of us to have a mind shift, plan some time for reflection, relaxation, and recharge our body, mind, and soul. So our trek for today will cover, don't just do something, stand there. The problem for me, and probably for many of you, is that I enjoy keeping busy. I love my work, at least most aspects of it. Even understanding this, at the end of many days, I feel like that I've been riding a merry-go-round. Plenty of action and movement, yet I didn't seem to accomplish very much. I end up with as much or more to do than when I started. And I read this quote recently which said, don't just do something, stand there. From the beginning of creation, God instituted a practice that we would all do well to follow, yet many of us, including myself, fail miserably. That is working 6 days and taking a day off each week for complete rest. This is a mind shift that is hard to put into practice. Allow me to share with you some of the reasons why it is necessary at times to stand still instead of rushing around. The first point is, there's a constant need to reevaluate your priorities. I've used Romans chapter 12, verse 2 the past couple of weeks, but it is so applicable here also. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. It is very easy to fall into step with the world's thinking and take on their behaviors and attitudes about life. The pressure of those that you associate with sometimes starts you in the wrong direction. It is easy to fall into peer pressure and the paths of least resistance. When your life fails to embrace discipline and your desires become selfish, it is time to reevaluate your life. The second point we want to look at is only by waiting on God can you be spiritually energized. My life verses are found in Isaiah chapter 40, verses 29 through 31. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. Even youth will become weak and tired, and young men will fall into exhaustion. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. The third point is, it's necessary to review the past. History is a great teacher if you learn from the lessons that others have experienced. Your own experiences are a hard teacher. Only by taking time to reflect on yesterday and honestly evaluate its successes and failures can you learn and prepare for tomorrow. Your willingness to learn and adjust positively from mistakes and shortcomings will largely determine on how far you will travel on your road to success. The fourth point is, problems will begin to resolve more easily when exposed to the light of time. If possible, it is always to give a tough situation extra time for creative thinking and effective action. The fifth point is, taking time out increases your capacity for gratitude. A thankful heart is one that has had time to count your blessings. The leper who was cleansed by Jesus was too busy rejoicing to remember to thank him. Only when you stop in meditation will your hearts be filled with praise for your friends, your past blessings, and your God. The sixth point is, a day's worth of hesitation sometimes is sufficient time to allow the situations around us to change. Many times, problems will take care of themselves if given the opportunity. In an option play in football, the quarterback hesitates just long enough to force the opposing tackler to commit himself. Then he'll know what he should do to make the desired yardage. If you allow some time to reflect, you may be able to determine the best course of action. The seventh point is, standing still is a great tool used to prepare for handling the pressures and battles on your trek of life. The Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Ephesians chapter 6, verses 13 and 14, "Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor so that you'll be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you still will be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness." The word standing firm and stand your ground means to hold still. Part of the preparations for the battles of life is not only to acquire the right tools and skills, but also make the proper preparations in our mind. You need to have a mind shift to reflect before charging recklessly forward. And the eighth and final point is, relaxation and rest are necessary so that you can feel, think, and act properly. Your spiritual, physical, and emotional condition will greatly determine on how you act and react to life situations and circumstances. The better condition that you are in all these three areas of life, the more capable you will be to evaluate the situations before making important decisions. When pressures are pressing, schedules are scheming, and the world is whirling by, remember, don't just do something, stand there. With these thoughts in mind, we will conclude our trek for today and consider how you might need to make a mind shift and purposefully take time to relax and recharge so that you can re-energize to live the rich and satisfying life you were designed for. In order to do so, you must have a mind shift by allowing God to continually change the way you think. Next week, we will continue our trek on Mindshift Monday, and on tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life, and encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the daily journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes and Google Play so that each day's trek is downloaded to you automatically. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.